What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Somerville Serpents, and I am Tyreek. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the signs that your female is either gravid, ovulating, or past that point of ovulation and getting ready to lay. But before we get into that, we're going to go downstairs real quick. We're going to take a look. I got some things to discuss with you guys and show you guys. So if you give me 1 second, we'll jump right into it. Okay, so first up, guys, I just wanted to give you guys a quick look. If you take a look at the incubator behind me, you see this clutch. There's no longer, oops, sorry about that. There's no longer 3 eggs in there. There's only 2. And as you see this one right here, it is starting to mold out as well. So I'm pretty sure only that clutch right there, I don't know if it's on you guys left or right. I mean, only that egg right there is going to be viable. That's just further confirming for me that this is going to be a Partho clutch. I'm going to be very surprised if I find coral glow in this clutch. It would be an awesome surprise. I would be very happy with that, especially if we hit the coral glow pinstripe. But like I said, my best guess is this is going to be a Partho clutch. There was 8 eggs. 7 of them turned out to be slugs, or 5 of them were slugs. 3 look like healthy eggs. Only 1 is going to make it through the full-term incubation. So from everything that I can see, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Partho clutch. But if not, it will be a pleasant surprise. And then also, I wanted to show you guys. So if you take a look back here, to give you guys a quick peek. You can see the babies, the ASFs here, are doing well. They're getting nice and big. Mama's doing well with them. But also, if we go a step down, hold on 1 second. Let me show you guys. I want to get a good look at this. If we go a step down, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's some pinkies under there. So another girl had a litter. I counted them. There's only about 7 or 8 of them so far. And again, I think she's gonna lay in waves. Last time when the last girl laid, I found like 8 babies. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, there was like 15, 16 babies, and then all of a sudden there was like 20 babies. So she dropped her babies over a few days, 2 or 3 days. They came out in different stages. So that was really cool to see. So we have our second litter of ASFs. We also, I don't know if you guys saw, I know you guys know we have the mice, ASF, but we have also started our little rat colony of normal Norwegian rats. We've got about 4 or 5 females in there with 1 male. So that's the next thing that we're working on, producing all our own food, becoming completely self-sufficient, trying to cut out some of that food cost. So that's a huge take. And yeah, with that being said, we're going to jump right upstairs, and I'm going to show you some signs that your girl is either ovulating, post-ovulation and getting ready to lay, and some signs that are pre-ovulation that you can look for to tell if your girl might be getting ready to ovulate. And then obviously after she ovulates, there's no way that she's going to reabsorb. So you should expect something, whether it's slugs or viable eggs. Your girl's going to lay something. So I'm going to show you those 3 signs in just 1 second. Okay, so welcome back. So real quick, I'm going to show you a couple females. I'm actually going to start this process backwards. I'm going to show you what they look like after ovulation and they're nesting and getting ready to lay. So we're going to start with our girl Shiva here. This is our, oh, that's Athena. Sorry, this is Shiva. Our super pastel het pied female. I believe she has about 4 or 5 eggs inside of her. But as you can see, she's towards the back of her enclosure on her heat. If I can show you real quick, she's burrowed out a spot in her tub. so she can get as close to the heat as possible. All of her eggs, you can see the little bumps right here, have shifted down right by her tail. She's due to lay in about like 17 days. So as more time goes on, they get closer and closer. You can see the drastic difference in the tail right here. It's real skinny right at the back and then jumps to being real thick. It'll get thicker and thicker as the eggs lay down there. I don't want to disturb her too much, but as you can see from this point back, she's real big. She's real close to laying. So that's post-ovulation. What you're going to be looking for, you're going to want to see them nesting and looking for the difference in the tail, it being real thin towards the back of the tail. And like I said, it'll get thicker and thicker above the tail as they're getting closer to laying. This girl has either just ovulated or is about to or in the middle of ovulation. Next thing to look for during the middle of ovulation, you're going to look for this ridgeback right here. You see how the spine is all raised right here. You can see it, it's very pronounced. You're looking for the scale spread, the separation of all the scales. You can see the difference in her color up top towards her head. The pattern's still real dark. As you get closer to the back, it starts to fade out because the scales are stretching. It looks like it gets lighter and lighter. If I can, matter of fact, let me show you real quick. So this is going to be another huge sign. Yeah, she's mid-ovulation right now. Huge bulge. So if I can show you right here, she's real thin. And then all of a sudden, it looks like she swallowed a football. I honestly think just because the way her tail looks, she's at the tail end of her ovulation. The tail suck is gone. It's going to be another huge sign right here at the bottom towards the tail. You're going to see a visible indent where it looks like her belly's being sucked in during ovulation. She doesn't have that right now. So I'm going to say she ovulated overnight. And this is at the tail end of an ovulation. But again, look at the raised spine. Look at the separation in the scales and the difference in the color from the front to the back. And again, she's towards the back of her tub. So looking for some heat now as opposed to bowl wrapping and everything else. And then last but not least, we're going to take a look at our girl Isabella up here, our queen bee. She's actually going into a shed right now, but I don't think she's ovulated yet. So she keeps switching back and forth. Major signs that a girl is building and getting ready to get close to an ovulation. You're going to find them right around the bowl, wrapped around it, or at least towards the front of their enclosure, away from the heat. Like I said, this girl, I don't know if you can tell, but she's clearly, look at her eyes, going into a shed right now. She is real big in the middle, but not so much the difference towards the tail. If I can get her to loosen up a bit. You can see the difference. It's not as drastic. It's still kind of thick right before it and everything else. So no ovulation out of this girl yet, but definitely building. Still a little bit of the ridge spine, but not as pronounced. And yeah, so, and you'll be able to tell if you can figure out how to palpate them or if you have an ultrasound. Obviously with the ultrasound, it's a lot easier. You'll be able to see what size the follicles are at. But you'll have every indication before then with the way that they're feeding and then bowl wrapping and cooling and then eventually going off food. This girl just went off food for us last week. So I don't know if she just ate right up to the point where she's getting ready to ovulate now or if it's going to be a few more weeks until she does. I guess only time will tell. We'll wait and see. But I just wanted to show you guys the drastic differences from a girl that's already ovulated, down in the substrate, nesting on the heat, the very drastic difference in the tail, to a girl that is ovulating now or just ovulated, and then to a girl that's about to. So I hope you guys find this video informative. And yeah, with that being said, you guys know the slogan: peace, love, and blessings from my family to yours. Have a great night.